You come. Why we say I'm a real beautiful? Nice day and you are ugly. Why we say I'm a real beautiful? Nice day and you are. Le. This be not total cheat. You must see my lawyer. This be not total cheat. Yeah. You must do. I don't know you be born one virgin, born two virgin, born three virgin. She now you be born four virgin. Yeah. You be that kind of virgin. Hey. That kind of virgin. Almanta Kuduma be Tadashi, Unafukan Baya, Manta Su, Almanta Mike be Tadashi.
Fancy. Right, so I see you're setting the mood for the Friday. Now let's talk about home.
Okay.
You've told us about the inspiration.
Yeah.
How's it doing on the market?
Yeah,
what
so,
are the feedback you get?
Yeah, the feedback is very great because for me to come back with this energetic, dance moves in the video, a lot of people are reacting to it because people know that Fancy Gadam is a dancer, but I've never shown that in my musical video. And if you watch this video, you know that there's a lot of energy and all the concept, everything about the music video was shot in the Dado region. And you can see we are portraying the culture in that video. It's a very beautiful video. From the very first day that I dropped the video, I had I was on number 2 on trending, and in 3 days I had 100K views on YouTube. After some hours the video is about 350K on YouTube.
Good on you. Break on that. Let's watch the video of Come now. So yes, Come.
Okay.
Got her on camera.
Okay,
I cannot talk again.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Because you have to get out of that and cool down. What are your top 5 musicians in Ghana? Don't mention yourself. Top 5.
Then I'm mentioning myself.
Oh, so we know you're in the top 5 for yourself.
Oh, through?
So apart from
Yeah.
yourself, which other 5?
Half of the East Side before I mention.
Okay, so you're
Fancy
in
Gadam number 1.
Right.
Alright, so in fact, And then Shatawali, Stoneboy. I think I like Mr. Drew. I listen to Mr. Drew too.
There's something in there. Good.
I know you fighting now.
Right, it's fancy. Before we let you go, what do you want your fans and your new fans to know? Well, before you on social media and show your music and stuff.
Yeah, so for the Gadam Nation, I know they've been following me wherever I go. But if you happen to be a new fan, this is your first time watching Fancy Gadam, you can follow me on Twitter, Fancy Gadam 2, on Instagram, Fancy Gadam 2, and on Facebook, Fancy Gadam. And if you just write Fancy Gadam, you go see blue tick for them. That'll be Fancy Gadam for me. And you follow. And you know, if you are just watching me for the first time, Massa, make you join the winning team. Because Gadam Nation is a winning team. You know, put something to Johan. Gadam Nation worldwide. To put something to Johan. Yay!
Right, Francie, thank you for passing. Follow us on social media, GTV Breakfast. We've been spending some time with Fancy Gadam and he set the mood right for the Friday. We're going to be going into a little acting and somebody who's trying to empower you through what he does. So we'll take a break. We'll find out soon enough who our next guest is. So
So I'm next. Yeah. Yo. All right, I'm on next.
You rode here?
Yeah.
What about it,
Charlie? So that's coffee. You guys know coffee, right? This is it. Done? So this is where I sit?
Yes.
And I cannot move?
it's not there, it's not coming.
I cannot move? Can I shift my bottom
Yes.
when I'm... What's that? The motorbike?
Right, yes. Alright, so
Oh, you ride? Get out of here.
there's nothing there.
Is it okay if I put my phone here to record live? I'm on live. Is that okay? I think it should be fine. It should be fine. Unfortunately, I don't see you. That's the thing.
Felix. Can you do that?
Yeah. Can I have it here live? But I can't see her though.
You can't see it.
I can see only me. Okay, maybe if you put them there. I don't want to move again. So push that one small here, then put them for there. No. I go tell you so that they see. Yeah. Yes. But make talk for them. Look, turn them like this. Tilt them. Look. I am recording. Use the light, the helmet. Again. Small. Here. Tilt them.
Welcome back to the warmer side of the breakfast table. Well, our guest is none other than a award-winning actor. I like the fact that he rides motorbikes, like that's my thing. He's a filmmaker, he's a director, he's a producer. He is the CEO of Sky Plus Orange Production. He's an entrepreneur, he's a philanthropist, he's the UNHCR ambassador, and in fact the list is endless. My guest is Van Vika. Hello, Van.
Hi, Valerie. How are you doing?
I'm fine. You're like the crush when we're growing up, Van Vika. Everybody used to drool over your movies, especially Thelma Taki, one of our hosting here.
Oh, yeah?
So it's really a pleasure to act. If I was white, I'll probably blush.
I
Well,
still see it on your cheeks.
you do, right? There's flash there. You're funny.
Did you say you ride a motorbike?
For the purposes
Or
of-
you just said it's your thing? I mean, being a thing is different from actually ride.
Do you actually want to see me on a motorbike
No, I just want to hear you say you ride.
on national TV?
Yeah, that is if you do.
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
Yes, I can ride.
You can ride. All right.
Yes.
One of these days, I'll have you prove that. I'll take your word for it, though.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Ready. Before we find out where you've been and what you've been up to, there was a post on your Twitter, and this was in relation to the what's happening in Afghanistan right now,
Right.
and you were like, "This leaves me sentimental.
Correct.
My Liberia Civil War escape, a familiarity I used to evoke resilience and recount my blessings."
Right.
Hashtag Liberia. This was 3 days ago.
Right.
What do you mean by that? Evoke your resilience and recount your blessings. For those of us who do not know, when you escaped the civil war in Liberia, can you tell us a little what went on?
Well, that was in 19. I always get confused if it was 90 or 91 for some reason.
Sure.
I always get it mixed up. But either ways, I should be right one way or the other. I think it was 91 November when we escaped from the war in Liberia. And when I say I use the war to evoke some kind of resilience and count my blessings, I just mean that within the span of 3-4 months, I almost got killed about 6 times. So for me, when I see things like what is happening in Afghanistan, it just brings back those memories, gets me very sentimental, and I just count my blessings every day. So that's what I mean by that. So it keeps me going on, gives me resilience, gives me a lot of fortitude in life. So I keep pressing on, knowing that I could have been passed on in 1991.
Sure.
So that is what I mean.
Right.
And then it gives me a lot of empathy with individuals who I see falling off the plane that has taken off at such a height. And it hurts me to my guts. And I'm thinking, that could have been me, actually. And I know I've had similar familiarities with that. So I would want no one to go through such an experience.
Sure thing, Ben. Thank you. Where have you been? You've been on the quiet, on the low lately. Where have you been? What have you been up to?
I've been around. I mean, I've been in the news lately.
Oh yes,
for some reason.
yes, bagging and all. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
But where have you been? When I say that, I mean you've been missing on the screens for a while.
Now you are talking.
I'm talking.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't pass
It's the
like
kinky.
this.
The kinky
The kinky,
hasn't filled
You know, settle.
everywhere. Yes, right now. Yes, it's coming back. Yes.
Okay. I've been around, actually. I've been very much around, except when you say I've not been on screen. That is very true. In the past 3-4 years, I have done no more than 3-4 films. Conversely, I would have done perhaps
Lot more.
10-15 in a year, but here I am in 3 years, I've done only 3 or 4. And that is simply because I decided to go back to school, something I'd always wanted to do in many, many years. And because the industry wasn't flourishing as much, I used the opportunity to just go to school. And that's where I've been. And I've not been filming because many times when they give me the schedule, it's clashing with my lectures or perhaps exams. And ironically, when I'm on vacation, nobody calls me. I'm thinking to myself, guys, I'm on vacation, call me. They don't. The minute I start lectures, Van, we have a script. I'm like, get out of here. I was home for like a month, nobody called me. And, you know, for me, I was so committed. That is why I didn't want to mix acting and schooling. Yeah.
What was your school experience? Apart from the fact that you have people coming up to you to take photos, I'm sure your first week in school you got a lot of that. How was your school experience?
I felt like the grandpa.
And
I felt like the young grandpa.
The young godfather. We'll talk about that. That's a hashtag you're also following on Twitter. So tell us about your school experience then.
It's something I always wanted to experience. I remember in 2000. Thank you very much. That's my coffee. In 2000, between I think 99, 2000 to 2003, I would go to KNUST to visit my girlfriend at the time, currently my wife. And I used to see how they enjoy campus life. And every time I went there, I just had this, my visceral reaction first was, damn, I'm missing something in my life. You know, because you know, as a student or as an individual, that is when you get older, you realize that your past experiences are things you can never get back, right? And if you did miss out on a particular chunk, it would be tough to ever get it back as it would have been if you did experience it. So for me, that chunk of experiencing tertiary education on campus, I have always wanted to experience. So on campus, I'm looking at the whole thing, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same because maybe perhaps my status was one, two, I was way older, so I wouldn't indulge in certain things. Yeah, and then I don't know, but I still loved it. I cherished those years so much so that if you ask me to go back to school tomorrow without adding my age, I'll go back again. That's how much I enjoyed it. Especially, you know, there was this one I want to recount. There was a lady colleague who I think was a year younger than me or about my age. And she walked up to me one day. There was this marketing assignment, I think events planning. And she walked up to me and said, man, I don't understand. And I said, okay, like this, like that, like this. And she's like, man, you say you're my age. Why you do like this? I mean, how do you understand these things? I said, madam, it's no use age. You started the company, right? You get a degree, right? Come to your old age. Don't hide behind your age. And I accepted that most of my colleagues were younger, smarter, faster, you know, but I felt, knowing my position, older and probably slower, I doubled up. So don't use that to hide for back and say, okay, no, let's press forward. I recount that all the time.
Now let's talk about you and youth empowerment. That's something you're passionate about. What drives you by? You could not think about anybody else. You could say, oh, I've gotten my degree, let me go on and look for bigger roles. And why are you choosing to impart into the youth?
I think this has a lot to do with my growing up as a little boy. I wouldn't say I was a loner, no I wasn't, but I just didn't have a male figure to look up to as a growing up boy. And there were so many things that would bug my mind, and I'm trying to speak to this male person, and there was actually no one. It was just my mom and my sister. And I tried speaking to a few male colleagues, and I heard what they said many times, but again, I just knew a good number of them were not right. And that was within me as a growing boy. I felt, no, this thing that my colleagues are saying is okay, it's not cool. Because I've heard mom several times say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. I watch TV, I see good and bad, I see good and evil, and I know good wins every time over evil. And I'm thinking, no, some of these things these boys are saying, they cannot be right. So I had to find answers on my own, and that can be tough, especially when you are not even a teenager. You are between 8 and 13, and you're trying to figure life at such a tender age. So for me, the youth, it concerns me a lot because I have that empiricism, knowing that I've been there, and I know how it feels that when you have no one to talk to, no one to look up to, you don't have a mentor. And by mentor, I don't mean role model. They're two different things. Having a mentor is different from having a role model. So the role model can be someone far away. I look up to you, I see what you do. But to have that personal relationship, someone who mentors you, it's something I will tell every youth you need to have. And I tell my kids, if there's nobody around, I'm here. Use me as your mentor. And they are like, no, you're too old. Or let me use their word. You are John. John. Yeah, I'm John. Yeah, I'm John. Yeah, I'm John.
What are some of the things and activities you've embarked on to empower our youth? What are some of the things you've done? Some of the highlights?
I've done sporting activities. I've got my foundation. We do donations now and again, few orphanages. I have done youth sports programs to help enhance their skills, let them realize their potentials. And it's not just about the books, it's not just about academia. Sometimes it's also about your talent, innately what you have as an individual. So I try to push that. I mean, outside all of that, on my social pages, I always try to portray goodness. I try to portray what in my opinion I feel is right, and that in itself, if anyone is curious enough, will see that this is motivational enough. Because you see, I've got 3 fundamentals that has been keeping me going: life, freedom, education. Correct. If you will do anything in this life whilst you are living, if you will do anything that will truncate any of these 3 things, then don't indulge. If you will do something that will shorten your education, don't do it. Anything that will take away your life, don't do it. Anything that will take away your freedom, don't do it. So for me, these are the 3 things that keep me going: education, freedom, life. If you've got these 3 things and you can put premium on these 3 things, every other thing will be added to you. That's my principle.
Right. So because the first love was acting, that's how we went on to that. And let me put you on the spot.
Don't, before you even put me on the spot, let me tell you, my first love was not even acting. My first love was being a doctor. That's my first love.
Facts on facts on facts. Okay, so what is a doctor wannabe doing on movie sets and juggling here and there?
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. I finished secondary school. I couldn't advance to tertiary, so man has to live. So I had to make ends meet. I started working, and it just led me into showbiz, and here I am. So acting was not my first love. Perhaps it was inside somewhere, and I didn't know.
Hidden. Before, we are going to take a break.
Okay.
We are going to take a break, but be rehearsing. When you come back, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm not even going to tell you.
You know I've done radio before, right?
Yes.
And TV, right?
Yes.
So I can think on my feet, right?
Touché. So that's a deal. That's a deal. So after the break, we'll see Van Vika doing his thing. That's a break.
Live from GBC Studio 1. This is the Breakfast Show.
If you try me, I will scatter you. You will Okay. Don't try me. Felix, you don't tell him.
Oh no, but it's
Me.
Valarie, now you gonna to know all my crashes.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You are rolling for me, right? You are rolling. Awesome.
I'm going to I don't please myself. I don't shoot myself in the foot. Oh no, I won't. I know what to do.
That's okay.
So you are.
No, don't tell me now. I want it to be spontaneous. So tell yourself. Then when you come,
Well, what did I do? Easy. I don't know what I do. Okay, so what's the spice you have?
the name
Yeah.
Suzuki
What's the
750.
Coming live from the capital.
Are you part of any of the bikers groups?
Yes.
Which one?
They call AWAR. AWAR.
Right, so Before we went on the break, I promised you guys that Van was going to be Van Vika. So, Van, how
Yes, ma'am.
about play a doctor in distress?
A doctor in distress.
Yes.
You just asked me to be a psycho, technically.
Doctors.
I mean,
Distress
in
and not psycho.
distress, he's gonna be a psycho. For
Okay.
real.
So you have an OPD full of patients.
Okay.
And then 2 of your doctors don't show up.
Yes.
The lights go off.
Well, the lights are off.
Yes, the lights go off.
Then there's nothing to see show over.
No.
Because those who are watching at home, it's black screen.
No, you are the
There's
doctor.
nothing
Oh no! Don't do that. So you are the doctor on duty, and here we are. Maybe I'll come and report.
Okay.
Doctor, please, ward. The ventilators in ward 4 have gone off. You're on your own here. You're on your own. Like you're the doctor. You're on your own.
I'm on my own. Okay, so I'm on my own. Okay. What do you want from me?
I'm not an actress.
No, but how can I act? This is not a monologue. This is you and I. So you play the role and I respond. Because you see, with acting, if it's not a monologue, then you have to play with someone. So you feed off the person. And I feed off you, you feed off me. Give me something, I give you something back. Always squash it.
Okay, so we are on a doctor in distress. Yes, that's what I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, feed me. You want me to do something, so feed me.
Fabric tan, man.
Yeah,
Fabric tan,
Right.
right? David.
Okay, so Dr.
There will camera and there will
Victor,
preview, there will
It's
pay.
Dr. Van Vick.
Dr. Van Vick, the lights have gone off in ward 4.
Remaining feel.
The patients are flooding the OPD area.
Okay,
What do you think we should do?
How many patients are in there? How many patients in that ward?
2?
Just 2 patients.
Yes, 2.
According to my folder here, there should be 7 patients in that ward.
I will have to speak to the
Okay, so
patient.
hold on. What you need to do quickly, just get Dr. Aponsa on his pager. Have him go there, and I'm just checking out on the patient. There's a surgery going on in ward 9. I'll check that out, and I'll be with you shortly. No need to panic. Just calm down and call him out.
That felt real.
Did it?
Yes, it did.
Okay, awesome. I got the feed from you, so you awesome then.
I'll be looking into a new career. Why do you think a lot of, it seems as if we have a lot of Ghanaian actors and actresses going more into the Nigerian movie industry? I mean, do you have an idea?
I guess it's just a synergy. It's brotherhood. We're next door. I mean, not literally next door, but Nollywood is big, and if Ghanaians are going over, I think it's fair. It's okay. It's fine. It just shows we are one. Because there's no animosity here. Nothing. We're just cool. I think the synergy is good for the industry. That has indeed helped Ghana film industry. And I know some people are thought that Ghana industry was there before Nollywood. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. But if at a point statistically it shows that Nollywood is the 3rd biggest industry, I think, if not the 2nd currently. I stand to be corrected. But Ghana industry is not on that list in the top 5. Not to say that is derogatory, no. But if we are moving there, it just shows that we're trying to tap into their system. And if they are welcoming us, even better. They are not saying, hey, we are here and you stay where you are. They say, come over. They even, I remember I was invited to go to the producer, Salam, got Nadia and I to go to Nigeria. I think that was in 2006. That was the first time I was ever going to Nigeria. And there were so many thoughts in my mind. Oh, they say Nigerians are like that. Nigerians are like this. And I'm thinking to myself, for some reason, I wasn't scared. I heard all these things, but I was so not afraid. It was the curiosity that actually pushed me to go and be a part of it. I had no idea that this thing was going to go so far. I was just, and I'm being upright here. I was just taking this as another challenge in my life, not necessarily looking far beyond into the future and saying this could get bigger. Perhaps I was naive, perhaps I wasn't visionary at the time, I don't know, but I didn't really think about it. I just went there, did my one film, and I came home.
What can we learn from
Hey, madam, where you
what
going?
happened? I just materialized. So what Valarie has said, like, I'm one of your biggest fans.
Yes.
What can we learn from institutions or industries like Nollywood that can help us put our names on the list? Like you said, we are not on that list yet. What do they have over us?
I think one thing they really have over us, which is factual, is the purchasing power, which we really come to worry about. They're highly populated. Their country is much bigger. They have more people.
So the numbers add up for them.
The numbers does help. I mean, for any marketer or for anyone who has a product, you know that the more people who have access to your product, the better. So that is already a given for them. But in terms of other things that we could do, which they are doing, and we have also started tackling, is the fact that from the very inception, I believe Salam and Co. ever realized that we needed their market because of that same population. I mean, let's not look at the monetary base, which perhaps is what drove them. But beyond that, it has really opened doors to so many actors. It has already also opened doors to for Ghanaians to be known worldwide. And forgive me, I'm not saying actors before us were not known. I'm not saying that. I'm speaking from my point when we got introduced. His point was, okay, I'm sure his point was, I'm trying to sell my movie. I've got this movie, Beyonce, and I think it's going to be great. Let's sell it to Nigerians. But it did go beyond. And these are some of the things, like you're asking me now, what can we do? So the synergy, we going in, mixing with them, is awesome. You may not see the growth. It may be subtle, but it helps. And some people even call me a Nollywood actor. Well, yeah, perhaps I am, because I've done a lot of Nollywood. But if you look at it technically, maybe I'm really not. Because that is not where I'm from indigenously. You get what I mean? So if you try to dissect it, then they may be wrong, but in other sense, they're also correct.
Fun.
Yes.
For the teaming youth who follow you, you're a mentor and role model to a lot of people. What would you say?
Hey, we finished.
Charlie, before come again. When you will come again, promise us a second. When you will come again.
Ask me one question. Ask a question. Tell you my boss. You're some of the people I look up to, man. I'm telling you. You lecture, right?
Yes,
I want to lecture too. You see, you are a
The
role model to
synergy.
me.
Let me just send down one question.
Yes.
Looking at what's happening in Afghanistan,
Yes.
and I read something on Twitter
Yes.
saying that it brings back scenes of you fleeing civil
Valarie
unrest.
asked about
Right.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you cry?
When I saw it, no, I didn't cry, but I was very emotional. Very emotional. I saw them trying to hang on a plane, and I saw when the plane took off, and it just brought back memories where when we left the Ghanaian embassy, a day later, it was raided and people were killed.
Lost people, you know?
Oh no, we were just all taking refuge at the embassy. And mom decided, let's go to the harbor, because the Ghanaian ship was landing. So she said, let's leave the next morning, having no idea that the next day after we left, they came in, shot people at the embassy, burnt it down the very next day. So I'm thinking, all these things just
Could have been you.
it could have been me.
It wasn't you.
On the
man.
1st of August, my birthday, I woke up at 4 in the morning at the sound of missiles falling next door in the neighbor's compound. 4 a.m. And the doors are vibrating, the blades are shattering. And that's just next door. Well, that missile could have fallen right here. So the Afghanistan thing,
Please, a message. The final message.
My message.
Be sentimental, yeah.
I need to breathe.
I mean, we know that for actors, they do draw a lot on personal experiences, and so they can be more relatable in some of these issues. So this is completely understandable. One is trying to compose his thoughts.
Yeah, I am
and
trying to
share
compose my
them.
thoughts right now, my message, especially because we're talking about youth empowerment. I can't help but go back to those three fundamentals I spoke about. Put a lot of premium on life, freedom, and education. Put premium on it. And then fourth, find a mentor. It will help. There's several things we want to do in life. We want to achieve things, and social media is not even making it easier, because it's a lot of deception on social media. So don't use that as the benchmark. It may not be true. So you just put premium on your life, your freedom, your education. If you will do anything, pause a little bit, think about it for a second. What I'm about to do, will it truncate my freedom? Is it going to send me to jail? Could I get killed? Will it send me to jail such that I cannot get education anymore? Whatever it is, if it will affect any of these three things, don't engage. It's tough, but it can be easy if you just pause, think about it, and conclude.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And for those of you who can't remember, just think of English Football League. E for education.
Right.
F
For free.
for freedom. L
For life.
For life.
EFL. It's as simple as that.
I like that acronym. EFL, 2 months.
EFL.
All right, guys, it's been amazing. We've had interesting and fun conversations. And continue to follow us on our hashtag GTV Breakfast.
Why do you have a tape around your neck?
Tomorrow is World Fashion Day. Tomorrow is World
Okay,
Fashion
now Van wants a piece of the world fashion.
Can I play the interview for a second?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Mr. Kafui,
Hey,
how are you today?
a day like my name.
Awesome. You're not a tailor, are you?
I'm not a tailor.
Why do you have a...
I'm
tape
shouting
measure
out
on
the
them?
fashionistas because tomorrow is World Fashion Day.
Okay.
And this is a symbol of what the tailors do, the designers do. They measure you before they make this stuff. Yeah. So shouting out the Stallion Outlooks, shouting out Alan David, shouting out Befitting, shouting out
Joy.
Shouting out Plaha.
Yeah, all the fashion
Guys.
people. Selling stitches.
Okay, so kudos to you. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you again on Monday, same time, 6 a.m. Do not be late. Remember the hashtag is
GTV breakfast and stay there. Proverb of the day. So love is not also blind. Love is also deaf. Okay. So love does not listen to rumors. Love does not listen to rumors. So close your ears. You were here. No. You don't listen to rumors. So I see back on here.
Good morning.
I see back on here. No. It don't be rumor. See you guys. Bye bye. Yes.
Valarie,
Awesome.
Valarie, where your dedication?
Oh my God.
Oh, Nana. We tried the man and I was original.
Thank you. You know, I asked her, then I asked the fellows, the question. Usually I'll go with, yeah. But then the tag, the thing, usually how? Who are we? Right. Those questions give a little tricky. Doctor, Kofi, and then believe me, I love you guys. 12 questions. 15 at least. I saw the list. Minimum 15. I saw the list. Ask over 5. Because the conversation is, you can't pass us. It's just to guide you. I'm sure you're answering some of them. Yeah. Anyway, is that another show coming on? You're close. You the cousin. Rush hour. This is rush hour. This is a real rush hour. Keep an eye. Keep an eye. Okay.
It be you.
Yeah. Are you still holding for me? Thank you.
It be you, man.
When you see this camera, you know it's official. Big and long. This is big. This is awesome.
But I'm in long
Yes,
shot.
I'm like the wood. Are you taking this? Okay, hold on 1 second. This one. Okay. We are doing
Let's sit next to Val. Let's stand next to Val.
David, I will try.
Okay, now look at the big camera. Look at the big camera. Look at the big camera. What's the big
Go back a little bit. You're blocking the guy.
Wait. That one, yellow. Okay, yellow. Excuse. All right.
Okay, paparazzi.
Okay.
Got it? Awesome.
Another one.
Chris, you don't say this thing. My brother. They do this one. This is our own. You got it?
Where are we? Boss.
Where
Okay. Hold on, let them take that. Okay. You ready? Don't fall back. Go behind them.
Yeah, exciting.
Okay. Yeah, I have.
Thank you. Also, you're about to film another one.
Yes.
We love them.
Where the camera day? You want to take? Got it? Alright, let's take it. Every day we're going to take five. Every day we're going to get chance.
No, this is our mama.
What you really get chance? Just that you get your own. You know what the button card is. Do it, still come around and check. Wow. Elias. That's how we get out next year. Yes, you're welcome. Where's your camera? Where are we looking? There? That's nice. You got it?
Yeah, no pictures.
Got it? Awesome.
Cynthia.
Big improvement.
This is the last photo shoot. And let me do some recording. Thank you. Okay.
Nobody tell me that one.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Fans, guy, what kind of different thing.
You got it? I know they like it. Yeah. Like it back. Got it? Oh, no.
I am a producer. I do my work at the back.
The questions were like 20. She didn't even ask 7. Because I don't know this.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not watching.
You don't get my number.
No, I'm God's property.
This was professionalism. The lady, I'll see your work. The way you started the whole thing. Wow. So nice. So make up Thank you.
It's here.
We're still rolling. What's up?
Okay, so thank you very much, sir. You force pa.
Share today's show on your
Yes, I stream live, so I need to save it. I don't want to lose that
what
way.
we recorded?
I should share. Is
What
it?
if we share what we recorded today?
I like them. There you go, share, give me.
So we will do it.
Yeah, but I want to
I would make it.
this thing. I know should I do how to save before. I don't know when. I don't want to press wrong thing where it will go. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me just tell them I have to go. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. The show is over, and that means I'm leaving the building. Okay, so we'll talk some other time. Thank you. Bye.
Like Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I know, right? So end video.
Good.